Today I want to give you an update on a few things and let you know about some things you need to know here going on at the church, and just keep you informed. I know some of you are now starting to come back a little bit more, and we're glad to see you. But as we come back, we do want to remind everyone to please do your best to wear a mask when you're in our buildings. I know some people don't like wearing them. Really, no one likes wearing them, but it is good. There's a lot of people in our church who are either immunocompromised or they live with someone who is. And I'm one of those people. I have my mother-in-law has pulmonary fibrosis, and she doesn't need to get this. And so there's people that just are worried about taking it outside the church back to someone they love. We also have a lot of people who are in the medical profession, and they deal with a lot of people every day in these areas. So if you just do that, we would really appreciate it as you come in. Keep your hands washed and keep your mask on until the governor says we're going to lift the mandate, because as you know, it's been extended until November. So we want to do our best to help make everyone feel comfortable. We're keeping our chairs at 6 feet, and we're doing those things, but it won't be long. It's a small sacrifice for all of us to make sure that everyone feels comfortable when they're in our buildings. One of the things also I want you to know, we've gone back to our schedule of 8:30 worship and 10:45 worship, but I'm really determined. I want to find a way to have our Sunday school hour to be longer so that people can enjoy Sunday school more. Previously, what we did was we had a 9:45 to about 10:35, 10:40 Sunday school, but that's really not long enough to get everything done. So what we're going to do is we're going to list Sunday school as 9:30 until 10:35, right in that area. Hopefully, I'm going to do my very best to make my sermon in the first service end on time so we can get right out of worship and into Sunday school. We're not going to shorten any of our music or anything like that, and I guarantee you my sermons won't be less than what you get, but we are going to try to make sure I keep us in that time frame so that we can have more Sunday school time together, because Sunday school really is the strength of our church, and we want you to be in those small groups with other people. So we're going to be implementing that now. So it's going to maybe take a little bit of transitioning for everybody to get used to the times, but we hope that as we go along, 9:30 will be that time that we get used to. If the first service happens to run over 4 or 5 minutes, we'll just deal with that, but we're going to hopefully keep everything in that time frame. I also want to kind of let you just know, we're 6 months into this. I honestly thought this was going to be about 4 to 5 weeks. That was back in March, and now we're at 6 months, easily going on 7 months, with no real understanding of when this will be over and things will kind of get back to normal. But I do want to kind of tell you some things that some of you may not know. And that's what our staff has been doing. I want to kind of tell you that because if you haven't been coming to church, I know many of you have not been able to come. I want to kind of brag on them about what they've been doing. First of all, when we came into this, we immediately realized this was something we're going to have to shift into live streaming. And Chris Whitaker and I, neither one, we knew nothing about live streaming. And so we have worked through that. Chris has done a lot of work trying to learn as much as he can about live streaming. And we had it going pretty good. And then this past Sunday, if you're watching, we had a lot of glitches, and we found out that of all things, the internet coming in from our buildings out on the street was messed up. There's a problem there, so AT&T's got that fixed. But Chris has been doing that. He hasn't been able to meet with his choir like normal, but they've started meetings, social distancing, and he's also even done Zoom choir meetings for those who can't come, and that's been helpful to a lot of people. He's had a lot of interruptions because of our band has sometimes gotten the virus or been around somebody, so not knowing week to week. So he's had to deal with a lot of just on the fly stuff. So y'all be sure and encourage him and thank him for what he's done, because he's really just had to learn on the fly like the rest of us. He's done a really good job of keeping that going. Laney was affected by this a lot because the senior adults obviously are the most susceptible to the virus, and that's the main part of her ministry. And the other part of her ministry is church-wide fellowships, and we can't get together. We can't be together as a church family. But she is on the church fellowship side. She's had our food truck fellowships. She's organized those, pulled them off, and it's been great. We've been outside and social distancing, enjoying each other in a safe environment, and she's really done a great job with that. And she's also been sending, she goes by houses, and she doesn't go in, but she's able to take gift bags to all of our senior adults who are at home with just a little something to let them know they're loved and cared about. And she's keeping track of them really well as best you can, because like I said, you can't really be around senior adults as much right now. So encourage her as well, and make sure that you appreciate what she does, because a lot of what she does, you don't see it on Sunday mornings. She's doing stuff during the week with a lot of our seniors, and she's done a great job with that. Mary Helen, bless her heart, she came in new to a church right out of seminary and was hit by this. I can't imagine. Going to a new church is extremely difficult, but going to a new church and then a pandemic that's never hit before comes. She didn't know people. She didn't know who to ask. She didn't know what to do. But she has done a fantastic job. She has kept things going with using online as much as she can. She's done a great job of getting our kids back into Sunday school and worship and Wednesday nights now, and being very careful about making sure the kids are in a safe environment. And just can't say enough good things about how she has done this in a very difficult situation. And she's also implemented a new strategy called the Orange Strategy. It's a really awesome way of doing children's ministry. You'll be learning more about that if you have kids, but so grateful for her. She loves the Lord, and it's been a big addition to our staff. And then John Brooks, also same situation, came in brand new, really just starting to get to know people. The pandemic hits, and everything goes haywire. And even in the midst of this, his wife, Amy, got the virus. He's gone through the flu, but he's done a terrific job. He has moved our youth down to the gym to give them more space. He has Zoomed in with kids who can't be in Sunday school and Wednesday night to keep them as feeling a part of what we're doing. He's done a lot of great things with fellowships with the kids. The kids love him. He's doing a fantastic job. He's renovated the bottom floor of the mission house that is now for our college students. It looks fantastic, and he's done a lot of work with our college students, bringing them in now, and for us really having a college ministry for the first time. We're excited about that. And so I can't say enough about him as well, but all four of them have been great. Rebecca and Susan in the office, they've had to work from home some and work here some, and they've kept it going really flawlessly. And so I hope you'll really encourage our staff to let them know how much you appreciate what they've done, because like I said, many of you, I'd probably say that 95% of what they've done, the hard work in this time, has been things you never saw, and that was the planning, the figuring things out, making it happen. So I'd really appreciate it if y'all would encourage them, send them a text, a Facebook message, see them at church on Sunday, call them, whatever you can do to thank them for just stepping up in a hard time and doing a good job. I also want to tell you that coming up on October 25th is going to be our trunk or treat for our children. That is, I believe, that's a Sunday night, and we still need some people who'd be willing to decorate a trunk with a game that kids could play there at their car. We really need to bring candy if you can't do that. Mary Helen would like to have, I think she said, 40 cars. So if you'd like to do one, or your class would like to do one, your family would like to do one for our children, this would be a great time to do that. But we really would appreciate if you bring candy and drop it off here at the church. There's buckets all over the church you can see that you can drop that off, and that would help a tremendous amount, and we'd appreciate it a lot. And then one last thing, we have a business meeting coming up on October the 14th. That is a Wednesday night. We'll be here in the sanctuary doing that after our midweek is over, choir is over, and all that. We'll meet in here. About the only things coming up, we have our nominating committees bringing names for our new committees. I need to apologize to the whole church. They actually brought the names about 2 months ago. I just dropped the ball. It's my fault on that. It's why we haven't got the committees done. I just kind of let slip up, and that was my fault. I'm really sorry about that, but we'll get those done on October 14th. And the other thing some people have been asking about the parking lot, we're just like in a holding pattern. We're waiting for the asphalt company to say when they can get it done. It's hard to get that right now. Many of y'all know it's hard to get a lot of things done, but some other things going on around the church. We're having some professional cleaners come in, and they're going to be cleaning all of our windows, all of our screens, all of our window frames. Some of you may have noticed that some of our exterior windows are really dirty. They're really dirty, and they need a professional cleaning done. Some of them are hard to reach, so we need to bring someone in professional. So they'll be doing that real soon. We also found hail damage on the sanctuary, on our education building, and all of our rental homes that we have, as well as the mission house. And so we got estimates coming in, and we will be getting started on that. So if you come by, the roofs are going to be torn off all of our houses, the sanctuary, the education building, all will be torn off. We're getting a new roof on, so just kind of letting you know about that going on as well. We've been to keep doing a lot of just maintenance stuff that needed to be done, and the pandemic helped us get that done. It's just hard to find people to do it, but anyway, really appreciate your love and encouragement. It's so good to see our attendance is picking back up really strong, and it's good to see everyone. One last thing I would ask you to do, though, please remember, if you're a person that really doesn't want to wear a mask, I would ask you just to do this one small thing. It's really not a big thing. We do it when we go to the grocery store. We do it when we go to any offices or any public places. We're kind of used to it now. But we do have a lot of people that really want to come back, but that's their biggest fear. Their biggest fear is that they'll come and someone won't have a mask on and they may catch the virus. So if you would just do that as just a loving thing to do for those around you, we'd really appreciate it. It'd mean a lot and be good for our church. So I hope y'all are having a great week. If you have any questions about anything, please contact me or any of our staff, and we'd be happy to help you with that. But if you haven't been back yet, I promise you, you're missed. We notice you're not here. We miss you, and we hope you'll be able to come back really soon. But until that time, be safe. I know some of y'all need to stay quarantined, so please be safe. But if you need something, please call us. We can either do it, our deacons can do it. We'll find a way to help you with anything you need. So until I see you again, God bless you. Miss you.